Alright. Fuck. I'm gonna edit this out, but fuck, how did I start it last time?
Great start.
Alright, welcome to episode 3 of our unnamed podcast. It's February 3rd. My name is John, and I'm joined by my cousin Derek.
Yo.
And we've got not a ton of things to talk about. Most of the things that I have here that I want to talk about are actually recent relative to when we last recorded. Just happened maybe today or a few days ago. But what do you want to do? Do you want to start off with news first or what we're doing first?
Let's start off with the news first.
Okay. So I have on January 29th, the February PS Plus games were announced. Actually, which should be coming out tomorrow, right? Because it's every Tuesday,
Correct,
the first
Amundo.
Tuesday of the month. And those are BioShock The Collection, which is an interesting name instead of the BioShock Collection, The Sims 4, and a really odd one, not in the game specifically, but the fact that there's a third game, Firewall Zero Hour, which is a PSVR game. Any of these stand out to you? Have you played any of them?
I've played the Bioshock Infinite, and that was a pretty fun game.
You only played Infinite?
Yeah, I couldn't work up the courage to play one or two.
Oh, why is that?
I try to stay away from horror games or just games that I don't think I can handle the atmosphere. I'd be too jumpy.
Yeah, I played BioShock, the original BioShock, back on PS3. I remember there are things that so I kind of went into the game blind because I didn't know that the whole game was in first person. And what I mean by that is even the narrative points are in first person. It doesn't take you out of it, like Skyrim,
Hmm.
or actually Skyrim is like BioShock in that way.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that, and I really like. Okay, I when I was younger, I didn't really like horror as much,
Hmm.
and I still don't really like horror that much today, but not for the same reason. The reason why I didn't like horror back then was because I just couldn't I just didn't want to get scared
Hmm.
or startled. But now the reason why I don't like most horror is because they're cheap, with the jump scares and everything.
Yeah.
But BioShock is not really one of those cheap ones. I mean, there are jump scares, but I think the best kind of horror is the one that disturbs you and not the one that just says boo.
That's true. I do enjoy it.
Yeah. BioShock is a really good one. The setting, the whole mechanic of the tonics, the fact that it's always in first person, it doesn't pull you out. Yeah, that's a really good game. And then they did something weird with BioShock 2. It was developed by, I think, 2K Marin,
Hmm.
not Irrational. And that wasn't really considered, that's probably considered the weakest of the bunch. But it's also weird in that it has multiplayer.
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, back then,
Huh.
PS3, they added multiplayer in so many fucking games. But the thing that stands out about BioShock 2 is that the DLC that came out for it, I hear is really good, called Minerva's Den.
Huh.
Actually written I think it was written, by Steve Gaynor, the the co-founder of Fulbright, who's probably best known for Gone Home.
Hmm.
But I did play maybe 2 or 3 hours of Infinite, but I didn't finish that one. So yeah, when was that you tried to play BioShock 1?
Uh, I don't think I ever really tried. I've been like, I went to a party and then my cousin played it from the beginning. I remember getting really excited, scared, and all around jumpy.
How old are you?
I don't know. I just remember it was during Christmas. I know I was a kid because I couldn't sit still. I kept running around the room whenever fucking uh
You're running around the room?
I was running around the room. I'm not lying.
Oh, 'cause you were a kid?
I was a kid, yeah. I was just
Oh.
like, "Oh shit, run. I know you're locked in a room, but run."
Yeah, BioShock 1 is one of the greats. I'm pretty sure most people think BioShock 1 is the best one.
Yeah, no doubt.
What did you think of Infinite?
I enjoyed the game a lot. There was just one boss fight that got on my nerves, but besides that, it was fine. The story was actually pretty engaging and interesting. Do you know the story of Infinite, or does it create a
That one, I don't know the story because I only played maybe 2 hours, but, I might come back to it in the
alright.
but yeah, so BioShock: The Collection from 2K, and then from EA, The Sims 4. Interesting, this is a really nice month. You got a single player, well, both of them are single player. A single player, really atmospheric single player game, and then a more casual game that, is for a broader audience, and then you have a game in Firewall Zero Hour, which is for a really smaller audience, because I think only maybe 5 million PSVR headsets are out there. But are you excited for any of them?
Uh, I'm willing to give Sims 4 a try.
How about BioShock 1?
Nah, not really. I don't wanna
Shit your pants?
yeah, I don't wanna shit my pants. I can tell you right now, the moment Big Daddy shows up, I'm just turning off the game.
Oh yeah, he was really scary to fight. Whenever he showed up in the room.
Like, I can handle, the minions, you get used to them because you fight them over and over again, but monsters that are meant to scare you, they really have that effect.
Yeah, there's just
Like,
fucking Kirby in a scuba suit.
yeah. Like, when I played Resident Evil 4, I remember whenever I was coming up to a boss, I'm like, "Oh, I have to get through this, don't I? I have to get through this." And it's just like, they have the effect. They do a good job of making you really,
Dread.
like yeah, dread. They really do a good job of dreading that type of boss, especially in a horror game.
Yeah, BioShock, a really great one. I really wanna see what Ken Levine does next. He's still active on Twitter,
Mm.
just posting stuff. But, yeah, it's been a while since Infinite came out. I mean, wasn't that a PS3 game?
Oh, I played three. I want to say 360. Is there?
Yeah, I mean, it was a last gen game, and this
It was
generation's
fun.
almost over.
I'm curious about what their original idea for the game was, though. I remember they had a different idea for what the game was going to be like.
For Infinite?
Yeah, but then they changed it.
I think they tried going to Rapture again.
Ah,
I'm not sure. I remember an interview, they tried doing something and then they changed it to Sky City or whatever it's called.
I'm happy with what came out of it anyway, though. It was still a fun game.
Yeah. I like how it has that sense of fiction to it, 'cause, I mean, you can't have a city on fucking blimps.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that's the February PS Plus games coming out tomorrow. And also on January 29th, it was announced that The Outer Worlds is coming to Switch on March 6th. So we already knew that it was coming to Switch, but we just didn't know when. They just said the beginning of 2020.
Hmm.
And March 6th is about a month away. And you know what we haven't seen? The game. We haven't seen the game, no, not even a trailer, not even a cinematic trailer that says Switch at the end, let alone a gameplay trailer. So I'm thinking that since they're not showing anything, that this game is not gonna be really fun on Switch. Maybe it's hardly gonna run, low resolution, low frame rate.
Oh, that'd be disappointing.
Yeah. I don't know who's developing it. I do know that there are some games that have been ported to Switch
Hmm.
that have been given the good treatment, like Doom, The Witcher. Uh, there have been some that have bad
Doom,
ports.
The Witcher. I'm reaching. Give me a second.
That's the thing. Imagine these new consoles coming out this holiday.
Hmm.
Yeah, when I say The Witcher, but that's a 3-year-old game. Imagine
True.
a game coming out in 2020 for a 2020 console. Yeah, it's nice that we're getting third-party support on the Switch right now for fucking ancient games. You know, Turok and Turok 2, which are N64 games, they brought them to Switch. I don't know what
Why?
the fuck people are thinking.
God damn nostalgia.
But yeah, even if it does run well, I don't think I'll buy it because I had Xbox Game Pass on my PC and I played The Outer Worlds for maybe 2 hours, but it's not really much on the game itself. It was pretty fun for the 2 hours that I played it. It's just that I don't really finish games.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a pretty big game. A lot of grinding. Or actually, I take that back. Not that much grinding. Just a lot of backtracking.
Oh, so it's kind of like a skateboarding Michael Jackson game, moonwalking, backtracking, and grinding.
Yes,
Have you played Thronebreaker?
I have not. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really know about the game.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this looks like a cool game. When's it coming out? Oh wait, it's how much years old?
Yeah, so Thronebreaker, I don't know what the subtitle is, but I think it's Thronebreaker, a Witcher scavenger hunt or some shit.
A Witcher's Tale. Yeah, I think I
Oh
remember.
yeah, Witcher's Tale. It came out on PC, I think a year or two ago,
That's why I haven't heard of it.
and then it actually came out on Switch on January 29th without any announcement. I haven't played the game myself, but I thought it was interesting because I know you like The Witcher and Gwent, which this gameplay is actually designed on. But yeah, I think you play as some sort of queen and you play Gwent at a nice $20 price tag, I think, too.
Wait, the whole game's Gwent?
So I've only seen videos of it, very small clips, but it seems like the combat is Gwent, and then you have some sort of strategy on a bigger field.
Uh, I was legit watching the story trailer and I didn't bother to look at the gameplay trailer because I thought they were going for like a Telltale situation.
Oh yeah, the art style does look like that cell shaded Telltale.
Yeah, for Walking Dead. So I was like, okay, the story game and side story, yeah, this could work. So yeah, that Gwent, I did not know it was Gwent.
Yeah, I don't know how much Gwent is in it. Maybe there's other kinds of combat, but yeah, Thronebreaker just came out on Switch. Wonder how well it's selling for them, just doing that surprise release.
Gwent is a fun game.
Because usually you have a surprise release when there's a Nintendo Direct, and it's out now. But there's no Nintendo Direct, and then they just released it. Yeah. So I have on January 30th that there's an Apex Legends Season 4 trailer. Just a cinematic, about 2.5 minutes long or 3 minutes. And it features a new legend, Revenant. You watched that, right?
I did. He was kind of cool.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
Well, I was scrolling down the comments and someone had a theory about what his abilities and his alt is going to be.
Mhm.
His alt's supposed to be something like of a second life type deal. Like if you touch the whatever he puts down, and if you die in that state, you come back with half life, is what people are thinking of. And then his actual ability would be to put down a sphere that would either slow down or kind of freeze people in the vicinity, kind of like a grenade that, like a stun grenade that just stays there.
Oh yeah, and that was shown in today's gameplay trailer
Yeah.
where his fingers, it comes out of his arm and then his fingers wrap back onto his arm and grab it and shoot it like a slingshot.
I gotta look at that animation more closely. I didn't really. Oh, as for his passive, people are speculating that he can infinitely climb, but at a slower rate.
It looks like I'm not sure if his teammates can do it too when he lays down his ult. Cause okay, so we're talking about the trailer right now, but we might as well talk about the gameplay trailer too. So in the gameplay trailer, it showed a squad of Revenant, Octane, and Pathfinder, and then all of them reached the top of the building. But I don't know if that's because of Pathfinder's grapple and Octane's jump pad, or if it was also because of Revenant's ult.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna come out soon, so
Yeah.
we got to test it out.
Yep. I got work tomorrow, but when I come home, I'll update my PS4 and we should definitely play.
Oh, also don't forget about the login rewards for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, you don't want a paper crane as a medal?
That pepper crane looks nice. I wonder what it
Yeah.
signifies though.
Hmm. Either something to do with one of the legends, or it's just a future legend, or
Yeah, I'll have to look more into it. But in the cinematic trailer, it just shows this dude. He's shaving in front of his mirror, and then it does this nice little editing where it fast forwards to him scaling up this building, and you can see in the reflection of the building as he's traversing up it that he's a person, or you can tell that he was originally a person, but now he's a robot.
yeah, I'm interested to see that. I'm interested in listening about his lore. His lore is
Yeah.
really interesting.
Hmm.
Like, I wonder if he was an assassin before he was changed into a robot, or he became an assassin because of what happened.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's answered already or not, but that's a good question. The trailer had a shitload of blood, getting pretty dark.
The story's dark.
Yeah. It also showed him killing the husband and the wife, and then they had
Oh,
a little daughter. And actually, if you go on the Apex lore subreddit,
mhm,
people are talking about how that girl's name is Loba,
mhm.
Loba, and that scene actually took place 25 years ago.
I thought so. I felt like the daughter would come back as a legend.
Yeah, I think people are saying that her kit revolves around looting. I don't know. I didn't really read much into it.
Looting, I was curious about that. That's kinda cool. Maybe it was like an automatic upgrade thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, more expanded compared to Lifelines.
Yeah, like if you walked near a coffin, you would automatically loot the upgrades to your gun for the attachments and
Mhm.
refill your packs. That would be a good passive.
Yeah, there could be a lot you can design around a looting legend. But Loba, I saw on the subreddit, it means wolf in
Ooh.
one of those romantic languages. I forgot which one. I think it was Portuguese. It
Mhm.
means wolf. And in the trailer, I think her dad gave her a wolf, a little wolf fucking ornament or something.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was the trailer, and then today was the gameplay trailer. You saw that, right?
yeah, I saw it.
What do you think about it?
New World's Edge. I didn't think they were going for the destruction route. I thought World's
Mhm.
Edge was already a mess, and I was like, okay, maybe when they come back, they'll fix it up a bit. Nope, they made it worse.
Yeah. What are they doing? What is Hammond Robotics doing with the whole that fucking thing digging into the Earth's core?
Yeah, I was looking down the comments, and it was all like, it's so funny that they're having a calm and nice, happy attitude of something called the Planet Harvester.
That is definitely not something you want to name your product. Yeah, anyway, there's changes. The whole theme to the skins this time seem to be augments, which I really
Mhm.
like. I
I
like
thought you would.
I'm really glad that Watson got one because I'm getting the battle pass, $10. The Lifeline one, I don't think looks that great, but it is just the regular rare. But the Wraith and the Watson one, they're legendary ones. Those look pretty nice. I like how Wraith's is her hair is short. Not as short as the fucking shaved buzz cut one, but, short and robotic at the same time. Yeah, do you like any of them? The skins?
I kind of like the cryptos.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he has one too. That looks like a legendary as well. Caustic's, his looks kinda whack. I don't really like his.
I'll probably get it if I can.
Oh, there's the Mirage one, where he looks like Iron Man,
Awesome.
just without the helmet. But we got the new skins, the new legend, of course. The new weapon. I was hoping that they would show it charging because they said that you could charge it, but all they did was show it fucking shooting a teal bloodhound hanging off a rope like a monkey. And then also there's some weapon racks around the map, and apparently those are for the weapon racks. I think are going to be having high level weapons. I mean, rare weapons. So that might be a hotspot then.
Yeah, I do like Watson's new skin. I like her eye patch.
Yeah, I really like the her leg area. It looks see-through at the thighs, and then at the lower leg, that's when it turns back into flesh. Yeah, I really want to see more of the skins because I like that kind of, what do you call it? I don't want to say the fucking word aesthetic. I like that aesthetic.
Try to avoid it, but it came right back.
Yeah. So are you thinking of getting the battle pass?
Nah, that'll be cheap.
I wonder what the free one is gonna be, because you know how I think level 25 or something, even if you don't have the battle pass, you get a skin.
Yeah, true. That's how I got my caustic skin with his weird blue ass arms.
I feel like that Lifeline one might be the free skin.
God damn it.
But you
I
like
just keep
Lifeline.
regretting, like, I do love Lifeline, but I keep regretting buying the skin, like using all my crafting materials for it, but now I main caustic, so I don't really get to see it much. I'm like, God damn, I thought I was gonna keep playing her.
So are you still saving up for that, what's it called? The third Emperor skin?
Yeah, I'll save I'll save up for that one.
I like that one. I like how they released the gameplay trailer one day before the season starts. If I remember correctly, season 2, the trailer came out maybe a week or 2 before the actual season, so it was just fucking ringing my fucking balls for weeks. But yeah, I like this one. I feel like they're hitting their stride now. They're getting in the a groove in terms of planning, and now all they gotta do is just do the work. But yeah, we definitely gotta play season 4 tomorrow,
Go check out the new map.
or the modified map. I wonder if Forge will still be there, his little grave or memorial.
It'd be funny if they like moved it somewhere because of all the well, everything that happened.
Yeah, so many cool things I wanna try. It's nice. This little formula people have with free to play games, it works. It keeps people interested.
Hmm. So long as they update their game every now and then, and they add stuff, people will come back.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on, also on January 30th was, okay. So I think, okay, alright, so I gotta say, the highlight of what we're talking about in this whole episode is not Apex Legends, but it's fucking Animal Crossing. Because remember I told you I was crossing my fingers for an Animal Crossing Switch?
Yeah,
And well, yeah, we got it. I mean, not yet. It comes out on March 13th.
I got it in my hands. I went to the factory and they gave it to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it comes out on March 13th. Pre-orders already went up. I fucking pre-ordered that like that. It's not the Switch Lite, which is good for me because I was hoping that it was going to be the regular Switch so that I can give my old Switch to Bree so that we can play Animal Crossing together. And I gotta say, this new Switch that they designed for with Animal Crossing in mind, it have you seen it?
No, I am not actually. Here, I can pull it up right now.
All right.
Real quickie. It's here. Oh, hello.
So it has the left and right Joy-Con, which are different colors. I sent it to you on Discord.
Yeah, I see that image on here on my phone.
And then on the back plating, there's a design. And not only is it a design, it's raised.
Ooh, fancy.
No, dude, it's not fancy. It's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this. There have been some this is definitely the best design they have so far for the Switch.
I do like the color scheme, like a light blue and a light green.
Yeah, it feels very
Chill.
yeah. If they released this in their previously intended release, which was December, this would
Mhm.
not really look right because if you have you did you see the dock?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, releasing that fucking beach dock in December, no, that's fucking weird unless you're doing it in Australia.
Oh, are those the Nooks on the dock as well?
Yeah,
Oh, the Nook family. That's cool.
it looks really fucking solid. Yeah, so it's $300, the price of a regular Switch. Some people, I was just reading comments on Reddit. Some people are kind of upset that it doesn't come with the game, but I like that
Ah,
it doesn't come with the game.
oh, why?
And the reason why is because let's say you buy it and it comes with a digital copy of the game, but you want it physical. Or let's say it comes with a physical copy of the game, but you're like me and you want it digital. So if they just don't include it, then you just choose which one to buy. You buy physical or digital.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but people would like some kind of bundle.
I still think it's better this way because the price itself is still the normal price. It's not like they marked up the price to 350 and didn't include a game. They didn't include the game and they kept it at 300.
Actually, that's pretty dope. I mean, like, if you're buying a Switch for the first time and you see this monitor, like, oh, yeah, let's go for this. This looks nice.
I think the Japanese version actually comes with a digital code, but
Ooh.
the price is increased
Uh,
to compensate for it.
have you seen the Pro Enhanced controller for this?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's a third-party controller,
Uh,
and that's not why I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is because of the design. Do you like the design?
no, not really.
Yeah, and I've been hearing things on Reddit that that brand of controller, it shits the bed.
Oh,
But it's nice. You can buy the Joy-Con separately if you don't wanna get a whole new Switch, but you can only do that if you're in Japan. So if you
oh,
wanna
that
do that
sucks. Because that's a really chill color scheme, the green and blue.
definitely, yep, that pastel. Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's nice.
I've been so excited about this. I've told my coworkers, they ask, "How am I doing?" And then I tell them about this fucking thing, I show them pictures. My god, I told Bree about it. I waited to tell you about it because I wanted to talk about it on the show. But yeah, I can't wait. Comes out on March 13th, which is a week before the actual game comes out. I wonder why they do it like that.
Do like what?
They release the console on March 13th, and then they release the game on March 20th.
Mm, build up hype.
I
Build
guess
up hype, and also depending on the performance of the game, you could be detoured or encouraged to buy a console. But if you buy the console beforehand, you're more or less hyping yourself for the game.
yeah, that's a really good point. But with Animal Crossing, I don't think anyone is gonna be surprised in a bad way about it.
That's true, unless there's like a crazy bug or glitch, but that doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, and if there's a bug, hopefully it could get fixed. But something like Pokemon, people were apprehensive before it was released. This is a month away, and we've seen footage of it. We've seen E3 presentations. Most people are pretty excited for it. Whereas Pokemon, a different case, it people are skeptical. But yeah, that's a really good point. Get you to buy. Yeah, you should work there. Would you get this if you, let's say you had infinite money and you had the option between the gray Switch or the red and blue or some other thing?
I'll probably get this Switch. Like I said, I really like the color scheme of the Joy Cons, and it just feels more. It feels more, you know.
Mhm.
Why settle for default when you can go more?
I'm really excited for this game and even more excited for the console. So, still talking about Nintendo, the success that the Switch itself as a console is having. They announced on December 31st of last year that they've sold over 50 million units of the Switch. Yeah, that's really good. Very good. I mean, it's been out since in March, it's going to be 3 years.
Hmm.
Also, Pokemon, there's a really interesting stat with Pokemon.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah, how much it's sold. All right, fucking get this. Okay, so the 10 best-selling first-party Switch titles. Number one is Mario Kart 8 at almost 23 million. I'm just gonna round these off. Mario Kart 8 at 23 million. Number two is Smash Brothers at 18 million. Mario Odyssey at 16 million. Zelda at 16 million. And those games, so Zelda came out almost 3 years ago when the Switch launched, 16 million. Pokemon Sword and Shield came out in November and it sold 16 million. So 16 million copies of Pokemon Sword and Shield and 52 million Switch units sold. So that's what is that? Is that something like a third? A third of Switch owners have Pokemon? Basically. That's insane. I wasn't one of those people, but that is a yeah, those people must be fucking wiping their asses with whatever the biggest yen is. Yeah, and then the list. What's interesting about these games too is that Nintendo games, they hardly ever go on sale.
That's true.
You find God of War for $10 on PSN during Black Friday or Horizon for $10. The lowest these ever go on the eShop is I think $41. Man, that's only once a year.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
And they sold so much.
they got it good right now. But it's interesting that the number one selling Switch game is a Wii U game, Mario Kart.
Well, Mario Kart's pretty fun.
Yeah, Mario Kart's really easy to pick up. Four
I mean,
players.
it has a lot of things going for it. It has a good replayability with friends. It's a good party game in general.
Mhm.
And since it's on the Switch, you can play handheld.
Yeah. And they added the thing where they added those fucking the bowling gutters where it steers you away from the edge of the course, which is nice
For,
for if you just want to play for all skill levels. Yeah. So Switch is doing really well. We'll see how that turns out when the new consoles fucking come out and you're no longer getting third-party games, but hopefully those rumors about the Switch Pro are true. I believe they're true, and they better be true because once those consoles come out, they're gonna be yeah, that third-party situation. What's gonna happen?
can you fill me in? Which room are we talking about?
Oh, they're just rumors that there's gonna be a Switch Pro.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, the next thing I wanted to talk about is let's see. So the Nintendo president at a financial briefing, I'm reading this off of Gamatsu, written by Saul Romano. Regarding Nintendo Switch, we believe that it is important to continue to communicate the appeal of both Nintendo Switch systems and expand the installed base. Please note that we have no plans to launch a new Nintendo Switch model during 2020.
Huh.
So the new consoles are coming out in 2020, but Nintendo planning on writing it out. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That definitely for me makes me feel better about getting the Animal Crossing Switch, because if they release an Animal Crossing Switch, the first version of the Switch, and then fucking winter of this year they release a Switch Pro, I'm gonna have to get it. Yeah. We have next here on February 3rd. We already talked about Apex Legends. Oh yeah, just today, the Wonderful 101 Remaster. The Kickstarter just went up today. Do you know about this game?
I do not. Not really.
So, you know Bayonetta, right?
I do.
Okay, so the Wonderful 101 is by Platinum Games. They're probably best known for Bayonetta, Vanquish. They were working on Scalebound for Microsoft until it was canceled in 2017.
Yeah, I know that. I remember that. That was disappointing.
Yeah, they did Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, the one where you fucking cut a watermelon. And then they do a bunch of contract work as well. They did the Legend of Korra game, they did Transformers Devastation, and these people are actually known for before they were Platinum Games, they worked at Capcom. A lot of the key people at Platinum, and they were responsible for Devil May Cry, Resident Evil. One of them, after he founded Platinum Games, he founded his own studio again and made The Evil Within. And yeah, back in the GameCube era, they were known also for the Capcom 5, which is a set of 5 games developed exclusively for GameCube. And Resident Evil 4 was one of them, actually. Resident Evil
Dope.
4, Beautiful Joe, Piano 3. I forget the other two. But yeah, probably the most popular ones, I think, were Resident Evil and Beautiful Joe. But yeah, Wonderful 101 was a game that came out on Wii U, so no one
Oh,
played it.
okay. I feel a bit better. I feel a bit better now.
I had a Wii U, but I didn't play it, I have to admit. This remaster, they're asking for $50,000.
And they got it right. I went on the Kickstarter page.
Yeah, $50,000 they were asking for, and they're almost at 1 million.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. Where are they at now?
1 million.
Oh, they are.
Well,
Okay.
933,000 as of this moment. And it just goes up every now and then. Yeah, they wanted, let's see what I have here. $50,000.
For the Switch version, 250,000 for the Steam version, 500,000 for the PS4 version. Hey,
Yep.
1 million for Time Attack, a speedrunner's dream. 1.5 million for Luca's first mission, a brand new 2D side-scrolling adventure starting a young hero. A whole new game.
I want that. If they can make it pixelated, oh yeah, I hella want that.
Well, it is 2D.
The thing to note about the Switch, Steam, and PS4 versions, which asked for $500,000, was that they met that goal in under 2 hours.
Damn.
So,
Just
yeah, people
damn.
want it.
And they got it.
I saw that I wrote down here one of the tiers, the guy who I think it's the director, Hideki Kamiya. He's known for being really fucking blunt on Twitter. And he actually has a pinned tweet where it says, "Check my profile before you tweet. No repeated questions, no advice, no tagging me in your conversation, no request or asking about games which are not mine, no Bayonetta 2, no Metal Gear Rising, no shit posts. My block button is bigger than ever." This is a Japanese dude whose first language is Japanese. So my block button is bigger than ever. So he quoted that, and then he said, "Really fed up with insects which never read my posts. Just keep posting. That's why I'm telling you not to post me in languages other than Japanese. If you break rules, that means you are brainless insect and will be blocked immediately. Be careful." Yeah.
This guy sounds funny.
So on the Kickstarter page, I think one of the tiers is it says, "Not everyone has had the privilege of being blocked on Twitter by the illustrious Hideki Kamiya, but that's all about to change. At a very special Kickstarter tier, Kamiya himself will tweet directed to you and then will block you forever." And then it says, "Note, this is an optional reward. You do not have to be blocked by Kamiya if you don't want to be."
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, it's nice that they're just poking fun at how strict he could be. You gotta watch the Kickstarter video for it. It's really funny.
I'll give it a look see later.
And then they also have a website that just went up. I don't know when it went up, but just recently called it's 4.platinumgames.com, and only one of them is revealed, which is the Wonderful 101 remaster, and then the other three are just blanked out. It'd be really interesting to see what they do. So when they were at Capcom, they were called Clover Studio. They worked on Okami,
Oh,
which is
nice.
actually on Switch already. So that's definitely not going to be a remaster that they're doing. It's already been remastered, and I'm assuming it still belongs to Nintendo, not Nintendo, Capcom.
Curious what their future games are. I'm at the website right now, for platinumgames.com. Looks nice.
I'm glad that they got what they needed. This must so it should be noted that the remaster, they plan on releasing it in April of this year. So they've clearly been working on it already. It's just I'm sure it costs a lot of money for the business side because they need the Kickstarter money so that they can publish the game themselves. They've always had a publisher or a contract work. So with this, they'll be able to have a marketing budget, I assume.
I'm actually kind of curious how much it costs to like get the game developed or made or printed or whatever. I don't know. I'm curious how much that all takes.
Yeah, well, definitely at least 50,000,
Yeah.
but that's just for Switch, and they're promising physical copies too. I wonder if the physical copies are only for the backers, and then when the game actually comes out, it's going to be digital only. That'll be interesting to see, because it is cheaper to publish digitally as opposed to making bulk orders of copies of a game and having it shipped out.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was curious about. If it's digital, all you have to do is download it or upload the information, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you have to submit it to, for example, you submit it to Nintendo, and then they approve of it, and then of
Yeah,
course they get a cut of every copy.
true. There's also the ESRB.
Yeah, this one's gonna be rated AO. So that's all I have for the news. Have you seen any news you want to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, I watched the Super Bowl yesterday. I'm sad. I was a 49ers fan.
I don't even know the rules to football.
You know? I'll be completely honest. The only reason I know the rules to football is because I was really into a football anime as a kid.
I didn't know football was popular in Japan.
It's not. But this anime was.
That'll be funny if that anime is the only reference of the sport that Japan has.
That'd be kind of funny. Because like it's mentioned throughout the whole anime, it's all like, "Oh, we don't have enough interest in football. We don't have the budget for football."
Is it realistic?
No, it's animated up to the
They turn Super Saiyan and everything?
not Super Saiyan, but it's just the moves are more are. It's hard to believe, but it's fun. As a kid, I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite anime.
What is it called?
Eyeshield 21.
Eye as in the eyeball?
Yeah, Eyeshield. It's
Eyeshield?
for the it's like for the helmet accessory for some of the players wear.
You mean a visor?
Yeah, the visor. But I really like the anime. The characters are funny and
What year did this come out? I'm trying to look at the year.
it's pretty old, dude.
2005. So it's fairly the art style is modern. There's a manga?
There is a manga. If you're anyone interested in getting into it, it's a pretty old anime. I don't know if anyone would be, but manga first, then the anime, because the anime stops three-fourths of the way.
Like Berserk?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Have you seen the original Berserk anime?
no, I have not. But my friends were really into it one year, and they kept sending me memes and images of uncomfortable moments.
The original anime or the newer one?
Yeah, both manga and original.
Cuz they have a newer anime that the art style is fucking shit. It's this fucking low budget CG. It's
Oh
fucking
boy.
shit. But the 90s anime is top notch. And then they ended after one season and then they never did anything else. I think they did a movie though. How do we even get to anime? The hell?
We were talking about. I just brought up football, and then I brought up why I know the rules to football because of an anime.
Oh, yeah. Where did you watch it? At your house?
Yeah, at my house with my dad.
Did
We were
anyone come
both
over?
very sad. Nah, it was just we just wanted to watch it to watch it.
Uh,
Uh,
I saw that uh Disney Disney Plus had a thing for the Marvel shows coming up. Did you see that?
oh yeah, the commercial I saw it too.
Yeah, very brief, but the first visual that I've seen, I think. Yeah, WandaVision. What is the Falcon one called? Is it called Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I'm not sure. It happened too fast.
Yeah, and then Loki.
I wonder what they're gonna do with Loki.
Who knows? It's so interesting though, because when I think of TV shows, I think of fucking no-name actors, but Disney,
Oh yeah,
they've got the money to pay these
Triple A.
blockbuster actors to just act in fucking long form episodes.
That's the power of Disney. That's the money that's the resources they have at the disposal.
It'd be interesting to see if it feels like a movie though. Because you know how you could just tell that something is a show or a movie because it's a show if they fucking talk a lot.
Yeah, if there's too much exposition.
Because they have a shitload of runtime.
But again, some good movies are mostly dialogue.
But you could still tell that they're movies. Have you seen the recent Blade Runner
I have not.
or Interstellar?
I've seen Interstellar.
You could just tell.
True.
Just like how you could just tell by closing your eyes if it's an anime or not.
That's too true. No matter how serious the anime, no matter how messed up it is, you can just
If they're fucking pronouncing their moves every time they attack, yeah, that's an anime.
oh no, he drew his sword from his other hand. That gives him a 5.2 second.
Persona!
God damn. I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit that it took me too long to figure out that they kept saying persona whenever they took out the persona. I accepted it too fast. It's only till I was talking to my friends on Discord that they're all like, "Why do they keep saying persona? What? What are you talking about?" And then I heard it, I'm like, "Oh, they do."
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm too accustomed to it.
Yeah, it's a Japan thing. They're just really over the top.
Mhm.
Oh, but Bree and I, we actually watched Akira. I've already seen it,
Ah,
but I showed her for the first time. She said she really liked how odd it is. Have you seen it?
I've seen it a long time ago. I don't remember that much, but I do remember the part where he goes on a rampage.
Mhm. You know that that anime is still one of the technical achievements even today?
Oh, that's surprising.
I forgot the exact explanation to this, but so you know how a lot of movies are in 24 frames per second.
Hmm.
So with animation, animating each cell is really time consuming. It's essentially what they do is they have 12 unique cells per second. So it's still playing at 24 frames per second, but there's only within 1 second, there's only 12 unique illustrations that make up an 1 second. But with Akira, there's 24. So if you compare Akira in motion to some other action anime in motion, even an anime film in motion, you can see that Akira is just obviously it runs smoother.
Huh.
It's so beautiful to watch,
It's pretty cool.
especially considering that it came out in 1988. And even with anime today, they still mostly stick with 12 cells.
Yeah. One of my favorite animes, during an epic war scene, they switched it over to CGI, which kind of,
Oh, yeah, they do that with the new Evangelion movies.
I guess they're just trying to find a way to make it more mainstream, but it's just not the same.
No, that the CG make is they do it because it makes it cheaper.
Is that the only reason why? That sucks.
Well, it's definitely if it's not it's definitely the reason. It might not be the only reason, but it's cheaper to just do CG than, you know, just imagine drawing one thing and then you have to draw it again but just slightly different and you have to keep on doing it and it's only for 1 second.
It's true. I know that animation is a lot of work, but it's just, damn, the results, you can't argue with them. Have you seen the first season of One Punch?
Oh yeah, that one has a shitload of animation, huh?
Yeah, the first episode was fucking awesome.
I haven't seen that.
The first episode? Oh, dude, you're missing out. Because it is all animation, not a single drop of CGI, and it is just epic beyond. Yeah, people noticed immediately for the second season that the quality dropped.
Really?
Yeah, the details became. It wasn't CG, but the animation just dropped.
uh
Not as much detail, and when the action scenes, you can see some frames missing or not enough.
Did you watch it in English or Japanese?
I always sub it. I feel out of place when I watch dub. I know sometimes it works, but still prefer sub.
Cowboy Bebop.
I think I watched that in English because it was on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's a rare occasion when it's best in English. Bree likes to watch anime dubbed so that she doesn't have to focus on the subtitles.
I feel her on that. I mean, it takes a bit of a learning curve to read and focus on what's on the screen. Not to mention, if you don't want to miss anything in the animation, it's better to just watch it dubbed.
That was my first time watching it in English. It's definitely not the best English dub. It's not the worst, but yeah, there's some parts that were just not good.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was just reminded of the sensors in Pokemon. I don't know why that came.
The censors?
Yeah, in Pokemon, and there was a part in Yu-Gi-Oh where someone was being held up in gunpoint, and they changed it to something else.
Oh yeah. Or I thought in Pokemon they just took out the episode. They just didn't air the episode.
I don't remember. Oh wait, no, I do. There was the English actor didn't know what an onigiri was, and when they pulled it out, he's like, "Oh, look, a jelly donut."
Oh my fucking god.
I'm not joking.
That's not a
It's
fucking
hilarious.
donut. There's no jelly either.
I know.
There's an episode of Pokemon where there's a bunch of flashing lights.
Yeah, I remember that. I saw it on a list somewhere.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, it wasn't aired.
It wasn't aired because it was aired, but people complained about it because
Epilepsy.
and then they stopped. All right, so let's get into what we're playing. I finally finished a game. SteamWorld Dig 2.
Nice.
If you remember me telling you, the last fucking game I finished was God of War 2018. March, I think it was March 2018 or April. Finished it at 6 hours and 59 minutes. It's a really cool game. It's Metroidvania. The art style I don't really like. It's cheap, but you know, they're an indie studio. You play it's SteamWorld Dig 2. I played the first one on PS Vita. You're actually playing a different character and you're looking for the character you play as in the first game.
Oh.
Yeah, so you basically it's kind of like Minecraft or yeah, Minecraft because you have a pickaxe and you're just digging downwards and then you pick up this currency and then you cash in the currency by going back up to the surface. And you also go back up to the surface because you need to refill your lamp. Otherwise,
Hmm.
it's because you know it's dark on the ground. And it has a nice pace of gaining new abilities. Mainly the abilities are for traversal. You know, you got a hook. I remember, yeah, I told you I had a fucking hook shot and a jetpack. And there's some. They even have the screw attack from Metroid, but
Oh.
it's not a screw attack, but it does what the screw attack does, which is it destroys blocks and shit. Yeah, I like that game. It's nice and short. I beat it in 7 hours. The only thing I didn't like was that there was a forced boss battle that was not really anything outstanding.
A forced boss battle that wasn't outstanding? Was it too easy, or was it just insignificant?
It just why the fuck do we need boss battles in games?
You know.
It just seems like an archaic school of thought for game design. I mean, there are games when I like boss battles, you know, maybe an RPG, but this one it just felt really out of place and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I do agree. Sometimes you don't need a boss battle in a game.
Yeah, didn't you tell me about Witcher 2 where you could even skip the fucking boss battle?
Yeah, you could. Honestly, I like that in Witcher 2. The final boss is another Witcher.
Is it Vesemir?
No, Vesemir's your teacher. He's your friend through
Oh,
and through.
okay, I don't
His
know
name
anything.
was Letho. Yeah, sorry. His name's Letho. He was the Witcher that framed you for killing a king.
Huh.
And when you do meet up with him, you have an option to basically drink with him, talk it over, and then it's up to you if you wanted to kill him or not kill him. I liked it. I really did.
Is he in Witcher 3?
Yeah, he is.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
he's only in Witcher 3 if you didn't kill him in Witcher 2, which I also like.
What is he in Witcher 3 if he's in there? Is he just a
Okay.
minor character?
He's a supporting character, which is awesome
If you
too.
didn't kill him, is he your ally in Witcher 3?
Also depends on you, which is also awesome. Sorry.
Oh.
In Witcher 2, he was hired by an enemy empire to kill the king of your empire, okay?
Mhm.
In the end, though, the empire that hired him,
Spoilers for a fucking 10-year-old game or whatever.
yeah, for Witcher 2 and Witcher 3, yeah. He got betrayed by the empire that hired him because they promised to rebuild the Witcher school that he was from, and they didn't. So you have the choice of either killing him for framing you or letting him go. There's not a lot of Witchers in the world, and you can just sympathize that he was just trying to revive the school he was because you can relate. Your school's also dying.
Mhm.
In Witcher 3, he's still being hunted by the Empire, and you can either assist him in covering his tracks from the Empire or let him die.
So assist him or do nothing?
Pretty much, because before the mission, he says, "Don't get involved at all. I have a plan." But during his freaking plan, they're all like, "Oh, he's like he's dead. We have to be sure. Cut his head off." Uh, like, do you trust him that completely? Or are you pretty sure he's gonna die no matter what if his head gets cut off?
So he dies in The Witcher 3 if he's in there?
No, he pretend dies. Sorry, he pretend dies. He
Oh.
takes a potion that makes his heartbeat null, and he somewhat becomes paralyzed. And then he helps you in the final battle, or near the final battle.
So when he helps you, does he live?
Yeah, he lives.
Oh.
I honestly like Letho. He's sort of like a blunt, cold Witcher, but not really a bad guy.
How many are there in in the universe? On Witcher World.
They are dying out, but there have been a couple. The ones I do know of are mostly from the Wolf School, one on the side quest in The Witcher 3, and then Letho.
Oh, so there's another one aside from Letho and aside from
Yeah,
Vesemir.
correct. There's two others in the Witcher School. There's one called Lambert, and I don't know what the other one is. I know one was Lambert, and the other one was something with an E.
Why does this dude have brown hair?
The Witchers don't have white hair. Geralt is unique in that he has white hair.
Oh,
I don't know the reason why. It's the reason why he's called the White Wolf.
okay. But they all have the yellow eyes.
Yellow eyes are standard no matter what school you go to. Yellow eyes are standard and a medallion to signify which school you're from, whether it be it from the bear, snake, cat, wolf.
Worm.
I think there's one. Hmm?
Nothing. I just said worm.
I honestly don't know. Yeah, I was really interested in Witchers. I really love the lore of Witcher. I gotta. Like, I know I'll probably say this every time we bring it up, but I really do.
Did he show up in the show? Letho?
No, the show's too early. The show's way, way back before the games.
Uh, oh, I just saw something about Cyberpunk. They
Ooh.
said, oh fuck. So
They said,
studio
"Oh fuck."
studio head John Mames, I don't know if that's the
Mhm.
right pronunciation, said that there will be about 75 street stories, which are that's what they call side quests.
That's pretty dope.
There's a couple of layers. There's a passive layer, which is the vendors. Then there's the STSs, which are the street stories. I think there's around 75 street stories. Then there's minor activities as well. The street stories are like little quests.
Okay, so long as they're not too short.
Oh, they're all custom done. There's nothing like that that's automatically generated.
Custom done.
Yeah. So they're not just fucking procedural quests.
Wait, what? I wonder how that work.
I mean, they're basically just saying that they put effort into making the side quests.
I mean, I'm fine with that. So long as the it's interesting, it's fun, and it's
Yeah, that's the thing I heard people say about the side quests in The Witcher is that they are really substantial.
yeah. The every side quest felt like it was its own story. It had its own choices, and they had their own consequences, which were both sad and awesome. Awesome. I remember there was a thread where you met a monster, and you had an option to either kill her outright or try to fulfill her needs. If you killed her, you were like left in a mystery of whether or not you did a good thing. But if you followed her thread, she ends up getting revenge, and it's just if you didn't look it up, you would just be sad.
Hmm.
There's a lot of situations then in Witcher though, where no matter what you do, it's the lesser evil.
That'd be cool if I wonder what CD Project Red could do with Mass Effect.
Oh, that'd be so sick. I mean, honestly, there'd be a lot more political drama.
Yeah, that's kind of how the first. That's kind of like how the Mass Effect is, right? You know, with the Citadel.
Yeah, there'd be a lot more political drama. There'd be a lot of morality problems, gray area type deals. There's a lot of that in The Witcher. You're never a truly good person, and you're never truly a bad person.
Just like in real life.
Pretty much.
I hope eventually in the next generation we get a Mass Effect.
I also too. Mass Effect is a really good franchise.
Or at the very fucking least, a remaster.
I'm down with that too. The replayability of Mass Effect games, especially from 1 to 3, it's still fun.
Maybe they could add in some new species to fuck.
Yeah.
I would. You know what's really funny? Do you remember there was this one Batarian. He worked on cars or vehicles, and then fucking Shepard. You have a renegade option to fucking go. You're working too hard. And then he fucking electrocutes him in the back and kills him. Do you remember that fucking part? The delivery of the fucking line.
Unfortunately, no. I always went Paragon, but the renegade options are always funny. I've seen a couple of clips online.
Yeah. Punching the reporter, knocking the dude off the building. Yeah, I sent it to you. You can watch it whenever you want. Oh, the the fucking what was his name? Fuck, Rex and Morden.
Oh yeah, Morden's always funny.
Yeah, so what have you been playing?
Sorry, I'm watching it right now.
You're working too hard. Just imagine being killed by someone and that
Fucking screams.
it's like he's having an orgasm. Oh!
God damn it. That's the thing that sucks about Andromeda. The comedy was there, the fucking characters were there, but the story was just so lackluster. I laughed so many times with the Krogan on the Andromeda.
Mhm.
He's a crass old veteran and he still fucking made me laugh so much. It just sucks. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a remaster. Have all the DLC.
Mhm.
I never got to play that. I think it was for Mass Effect 3, the DLC called Citadel, I think.
I didn't either. The Citadel DLC where you find out you have an apartment and you have an evil clone and stuff like that. Apparently you were cloned.
You're reunited with your whole squad.
Yeah, it was nice, but it was a bit fan servicey. But then again, it's good fan service. I mean, it's the last game in the franchise, and you're gonna go to war. Why not party?
I gotta fucking play Mass Effect. The DLCs are so expensive. They very rarely go on sale too.
Aw, I always thought that was annoying too. That one of the DLC characters from Mass Effect 3 was a freaking what are they called? The alien, the pro.
Oh, the alien?
Sorry, the Prothean.
Oh,
There
the
you go.
Prothean.
Yeah.
It was a fucking $5 pre-order.
God damn it, he had so much of the game.
I know.
He fought the Reapers, he was there before the Reapers, everything you freaking touch is Prothean, you could
The fucking when I redeemed the code, okay, you know how much dialogue he had in the fucking game?
how much?
A shitload. I remember he was in all the cutscenes and everything. And guess how much the fucking download size was when I fucking redeemed the code? I think it was something like 58 megabytes. I think it just fucking
What the
unlocked it.
f oh my god.
Yeah, but I fucking bought it though. Now, no one bats a fucking eye when you have day one DLC. Remember when it actually used to cause a ruckus?
Yeah. That's the thing. The only thing we can do to convince people to stop with the DLCs and the day one shit is people not buy it, but people buy it because they don't wanna be left out.
I feel like a lot of the people who buy the DLC aren't they're not I feel like a lot of them they're not going, "I'm buying the DLC because I want it. I don't care about the practice." I feel like they're just casual people who are just going, "Oh, you can get this thing for just $5? Oh, yeah, I'll do that." They're probably not even in tune with the whole thing. They're just going, "Hmm, this looks cool."
True.
'Cause you know, people every you always hear about people saying, "Vote with your wallet, vote with your wallet." But yeah, people are voting with their wallet, but even more people are just fucking casual consumers.
I forgot what game it is, but I remember looking at a gold version of a game, and I remember reading off the
Oh, that's a Ubisoft game.
is it Ubisoft? I think it was Assassin's Creed or something like that.
They name a bunch of their versions gold.
Yeah, I was reading off the bonuses, and I'm like, who pays for this? Like, oh, a gold item. You can get that if you play the game long enough. Ooh, an X-Week's bonus. Why rush the game? I also hate that they hide important stuff from first day stuff like that. Aspects of the game are locked in first day DLCs and stuff like that.
Skins, pre-order skin bonuses. Everyone's a fucking sucker, including me. Buying Animal Crossing when I already have a fucking Switch. Just fucking change the color and I'll buy it.
On a different note, it is a good color.
Yeah, it's the best one so far. All right, so what are you playing? I saw you've been playing some Steam games. What do you think about To the Moon? Did you finish it?
I did finish it, and it was pretty nice. The story was very moving, yeah, definitely moving, and definitely bittersweet ending, but it's still a good ending. It's a sad game. I'm actually kind of curious if there's a different. At some point in the game, you get to choose who to play, either as the guy or the girl, and it wasn't just gender. They both had different personalities. I was wondering if maybe if you choose the other one, you would get a different ending.
I don't remember that. That's a pretty old game. I don't remember much.
I was in a situation when I was choosing the gender. I was like, I always choose a guy because I don't know. I feel
Uh-huh.
weird playing the girl. But when I was looking at the personalities, I was just like, I don't want to be the guy. Like, he's kind of like a jokester asshole. He's like disrespectful and kind of comes out as crude and like vulgar, while
Mhm.
the girl is just like intellectually professional. And it's just like, I don't want to play the guy. I don't want to be cracking jokes. This is not a funny moment.
I think I remember though, he did get more serious when things got serious though.
It's true. When things got more serious, he did end up being more emotional, being more defensive of what he believed would be a good ending for the guy.
Yeah.
And while the woman became more cold and cynical,
Really?
well, not really cynical, but I guess she became more cold and more calculating or something like that. But in the end, her bet came off right. I mean, it was a happy ending still.
Yep, I remember the funny thing about that game is I don't really remember what happened in it. I just remember what it did to me. Made me fucking
Well,
cry.
that's a good sign of a game, though. If you can remember the impact it had on you, even though you don't remember the contents of the game.
Yeah, so you played To the Moon. What else did you play?
I also played Primordia.
I saw you changed your Steam profile picture. Who the hell is that?
That is the main character of Primordia, and I just love that game.
What's his name? Does it have a gender?
No, I guess if you it's technically male.
Does it speak with a voice?
Yeah, there's voice acting. I really like the game Primordia. It's a point and click adventure. I'm a little bit out of practice, so I got stuck on some puzzles.
Mhm.
But I love the game. I love the setting, the freaking storytelling, the lore. God, I want them to make a second one.
You know that studio, I don't know if it's a studio or if it's a publisher, but Wadget Eye, I think you call it.
Hmm?
I have other games from them in my Steam account.
I will look them over.
I don't know how many, but I think one of them is Techno Babylon, Gemini Rue. They're different stories, but same people, I think.
So, didn't really give him that much backstory to Primordia. But by Primordia, humans are gone. The whole world is inhabited by only machines. And there was a part in the game where our character actually finds the corpse of a dead human, and he doesn't recognize it, which was I thought that was a really cool moment. He just looks at the thing and he's all like, "This android must have damaged his exterior." And I'm like, "That's awesome."
So are there any robots that look like humans?
Yeah, it's kind of cool because people have the shape of humans. They actually started a religion on them. It's called humanism. There's even a Bible you get in the first part of the game.
Oh my god.
It's so awesome.
Damn.
I don't know. And there's even a parts where he conflicts with his religion, like he gets shown evidence of, like he doesn't accept that humans are able to die or humans are. He sees them as a god.
Oh shit. Where he doesn't die, right? Because he's a robot?
Robots, yeah, they can die. Robots can die. There's multiple endings to this point and click game, which is also an awesome thing. I'm a little bit sad on my first playthrough that I got the worst ending possible. Well, not the worst ending possible, but a pretty bad ending. I didn't think that hard, and I was just, like, thinking there's only one ending, but then on the second playthrough, I'm like, "Wait, there's so much you can do."
Wait, you played 2 times already?
Oh, yeah. I played once and played twice and saved before the ending part.
So you didn't play 2 full playthroughs?
I did 2 full playthroughs, but I knew the answers for the second playthrough, so it went by smoother and faster.
Hmm.
There's so many there's not that many endings, but there's a
How
lot of
long is the
endings.
game?
Uh, I think my first playthrough said it was 7 hours, but that's because I got stuck on a couple of puzzles.
7 hours? Yeah. I don't know. I don't play much point and click adventures, but, for some reason, that seems short to me. Yeah, I don't have a frame of reference, but I thought it would be something like 15 hours.
It's not that long. There's only 2 areas. The main thing that made it so long for me is because I read into all the lore, and I read through all the dialogue. Yeah, read through all the lore, read through all dialogue options because honestly, they're just so fun and just engaging, especially your, sidekick throughout the whole game named Crispin. He's a sarcastic sidekick that just makes everything so much more funny. Like, there was one, interaction with a NPC where I had to figure out an answer to a riddle, and your fucking sidekick goes like, "This is fucking ridiculous," and your character goes like, "Shh, I'm trying to listen." And then he's all like you get the next piece of clues, and he's all like, "Oh," and then 3 guys in the woods started fucking. He's like, "What? No, shut
Wait,
up."
they say fuck?
No, he didn't say fuck, but it keeps interrupting, which just made me it just made me laugh.
So you liked Primordia.
I love the setting, I love the puzzles in the game, even though I got frustrated a couple. Uh, I love the multiple endings because you get the ending depending on how smart and creative you are.
How many are there?
I'm thinking 8 or 7. One ending is if you pretty much get perfect on all the riddles and all the clues. I didn't know that there would be like consequence to failing the first time, so that's how I got the bad ending. Like I got the ending where I just stuck to the dialogue. I didn't think there was anything else to do, and then I ended up fighting till I died.
Oh, there's combat?
There's no combat, but I ended up like initiating a dialogue sequence where I would fight with no advantage and I would die. There's no combat. Sorry, it's point and click. That'd be weird.
Until Walking Dead comes along.
That's
That
true.
fucking aiming. God damn.
I thought that was stupid.
I mean, doing with a controller is weird.
Yeah. In Walking Dead, the final season, there were combat sequences where you could actually die, and it was just like I don't know. I didn't really like that part of it. Like there were situations where you had to like maneuver the walkers in some sort of way, and you had to plan the time, the animation, so you don't be overrun by zombies while you're in the animation of killing one. But I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, if you're that genre, you really shouldn't be doing trying that shit.
Yeah, dabbling and other stuff.
That reminds me, I actually have um both of the seasons of Batman on my Switch because
Oh,
it was actually on each season was on sale for I think 375 and I bought them,
ooh.
but never started them yet. Have you played those?
I played the first season. I didn't play the second one. I was interested in the story of the first season of Batman. It does do a different take on the storyline, but there was one bug I encountered where Bruce Wayne's neck kind of was snapped to the right direction for some reason. Like his head was facing to the left, but more to the left, like his neck was snapped, and he was trying to have a conversation with Officer Gordon. And I'm like, he's like looking at the ceiling while his body is facing over a railing.
Yeah, those games are not known to be bug free. I saw
Yeah,
that. Did you see that one clip of what do you call him, Bigby in Wolf Among Us?
Officer Bigby. I think it's Bigby. Yeah.
The character model got switched somehow, and he ended up being switched for the woman who was pole dancing.
What? Oh, the Wolf Among Us.
I remember it being a bug too. I don't think it was a mod.
Uh,
So what's Slay the Spire, right? You were playing that too?
yeah, it's a fun game, but I'm getting frustrated because I keep getting killed. I know it's supposed to happen, but it's just like I keep losing with this default character.
Have you tried the other ones?
Yeah, I won with the second one.
Oh, no, shit, I haven't won at all. You mean the one with the knives?
Yeah, the silent. I won with her. I can't win with the fucking ironclad. I keep trying.
There's a fourth character, right?
Yeah, there's a third and fourth character. The defect and the watcher, I think. I haven't played them yet. I want to really win with the ironclad.
The Watcher isn't on consoles yet.
Ah, because right after I won the climb with the silent, there was a seal thing that blew up that said I should win with the ironclad and the defect to unlock something. So I'm trying to do that,
Hmm.
but I keep getting tripped up, dude. Either I draw a bad hand constantly, or every time I choose a mid boss, it comes and bites me in the ass.
Maybe you just gotta try a different build. So what I do sometimes is, even though I'm offered a card, sometimes I don't take it.
Yeah, that's something I should probably do because I keep overcumpering my deck with the tags and stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of cards you can choose from, but not all of them go well with each other when they're put in the same deck. Sometimes they'll lessen your chances of getting a good hand because there's a lot of cards.
Yeah, it is true.
Also, you don't even really run out of cards. It just
Yeah,
shuffles
you
back
keep
into your
shuffling
deck.
back. Yeah, that's true too.
There is this one build for the poison one. I had very, very few cards. One of the cards I did have was Bouncing Flask, I think. And basically every fucking turn I use Bouncing Flask. So even though they have armor on, it's just fucking eating at their health.
Silence fun. I played a lot of custom too, though.
Oh, the mods?
Yeah, the custom one.
Nice. Did you try that fucking Yu-Gi-Oh one?
I haven't tried that one yet. What is that one?
It basically changes the whole game. It makes it so that if you want to summon a high level one, you have to sacrifice your monsters and shit. You got life points. It changes the game. It's nice. You should check it out.
Oh, I am gonna try a different game though. Kingdom's New Land.
Oh, I love that game. It is a 2D tower defense. Very nice. Well, there are a dime a dozen, but nice pixel graphics. Some pixel graphic games are not that nice looking. This one does look nice though.
After that, I think I might try out Gunpoint.
Gunpoint? Yeah, I feel like you would like Gunpoint because you're a puzzle dude.
I watched the trailer and I was laughing. Every time you jump a dude, you freaking barrage him with fists. Like you go to town on him, and there was like a part where the customer was like, the client was like, "Thank you for keeping violence to a minimum," and it cuts to him immediately punching, and then looking up, and then continue punching the guy. The humor was just hilarious.
There's a new Kingdom game called Kingdom Two Crowns.
Oh.
It's nice because you can actually do co-op,
Co-op.
and then you can have different what do you call it? Different mounts, like a salamander, a fucking Pegasus.
Nice.
I think they have different abilities too. I'm not sure.
Is this a third game or a second game?
Kingdom Two Crowns. I
Yeah.
think it's the third game because I
Okay.
think the first game was just called Kingdom, and then I think Kingdom New Lands was technically the first game but revamped.
Yeah, I saw on your list that there was two kingdoms. One was the first one and one was the second one.
And then Kingdom Two Crowns is more different than New Lands was to the original, I think. Because I mean, it has a two-player mode. Oh my god, I just farted and it stinks.
Nice.
But there might be a game here that we should actually try. Remember PS4's SharePlay?
Yeah.
Steam recently launched their own version of it called Remote Play Together. So there are a bunch of these games that you could even see if it supports it.
Don't like share play and stuff like that require a good connection?
Yeah, that's just something we'd have to try out. but we do live in the same county. It's not like we're in a different state, so hopefully that'll help it.
All right.
But if it's
Well, I'm
also
down.
something like a turn-based game, then that wouldn't really matter too much, unless the visual just looks like complete shit.
That's true. But I did realize one game on your list I already played on the PS4, and it is one of my favorites. Tesla Grad.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I love Tesla Grad. It's also one of the most satisfying games I platinumed.
Shit, I didn't know there's a platinum.
I don't know if there's a platinum either. I think I might just 100%ed it. But it was like one of the collectibles was a scroll. Oh, so frustrating.
Yeah, I remember that game frustrating me.
Yeah. I remember like sitting there clutching my controller, staring at the screen. Like it's not one of those things where you can abandon too, because it's like the last one and you've done everything else. And you're like, should I just give up? Should I just give up? Should I leave it at 99%? No, I'm clutching down. It's to the point where I saved it. I saved the clip where I did it. It should actually be on my YouTube thing, just saying hardest thing that I cheat.
Yeah, I remember I got that game a while ago, and then I got stuck in one of the puzzles.
Ah. What else? Oh, I also played Samaras 2.
Oh, recently or in the
Long time
past?
ago. Newgrounds times.
Yeah, I think I have Samaras 3 as well.
Oh, that's a different story. I don't think I played 3. Actually, I want to play all 3 of them again. I know I stopped at 2 because I couldn't find the third one.
Yeah, I do have 3. I think you couldn't find it because 3 is only on is it's not free.
That's the thing. I wouldn't have paid for it. Kid me did not pay for shit.
I wonder how long we've been recording because we've the past half hour we've just been talking. We haven't been doing a show.
Well, I mean, that's some podcast sometimes. You just talk.
Yeah, like that, like fucking Giant Bomb. Aren't their shows fucking 3 hours or something? Jesus Christ.
Dudes talking, enjoying conversation.
Next time I see you, I also want to let you borrow my other microphone so that we can have the same. So that we could use the same microphone and have the same quality. Yep. So tomorrow, let's see if we're both free. We should definitely do the play Apex tomorrow.
Alrighty.
I'll try to update it as soon as I get home, and then we'll probably play around the usual time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Still to be named in later date.
All right. So I was talking to Brie about this. I think I want to simply name the podcast Peer Inward
Okay, I'm down with that.
because my school of thought when I was doubting that name was, do I want to name something that's because there's a PlayStation site called Push Square, which yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious what what they're about. They're about video games. But then I think about irrational. That has nothing to do with video games at all. I feel like I want that kind of name where it's not gotta catch 'em, you know?
Gotta catch 'em, 3 dots. Oh.
Yeah, I think I just want to name it simply Peer Inward. You know,
Alright.
not Peer Inward podcast, not the Peer Cast, but just Peer Inward.
Welcome to the Peercast. I'm Derek and this is John.
And Peer Inward couldn't join us today. He had a collapsed asshole, but today we're talking about
Guess what? Asshole. But sure, I'm done with calling it Peer Inward.
cool. All right. So, what is this, episode 3?
It is indeed.
Okay. All right. So, anyone who's listening, probably no one, on February 3rd, episode 3 of Peer Inward. Thank you and have a good one.
Peace.
Okay. And then I'll just edit this out. And so that you and I could just say goodbye properly.
Keep the introduction in there. Just keep the keep
The
the
first thing I said was fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
Okay.
fuck. It's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna edit this out."
Yeah.